Hello all, I'm back outside in the garden to pull a couple of more things. Let me show you what I'm going to do, well, try to do. I am going to cut these two things off because I've never used them and it's wasting space. So I'm going to cut these off. I'm going to try to pull these out, clean out the veggie pod here, and also try to start planting in these beds over here and over here. I want to switch things up. So of course I'm going to do again my garlics, my onions, I think I'm going to do cabbages here and carrots here this year. No, sorry, carrots over here, beets and some type of beans over here, and cabbages over here. That is the plan. I'm still a little tired. We're going to see what's happened. We're going to see what happens. Not only I'm going to put cabbage over here. Let me show you. I'm going to try to put some cabbage over here. That is the plan. These 3 garden beds here, I'm going to leave them empty probably until tomorrow. Do my greens, my broccoli, cauliflower, all of that here, and lettuces and spinach and the veggie pod over here. So first thing I'm going to start with is checking the garden beds for grubs. I ordered 2 more steel garden beds. I'm going to put the steel garden beds here. I'm going to move the tires, and I'm actually going to stack the tires and fill it with all the old soil and try to do it as a tall planter. I have 4 tires because they're just in the way. I'm trying to make more space, and these containers here, they're falling apart. Well, some of them are. It's time for me to move them and get rid of them. I think 2 may be good, others still may be bad, but it's time for me to make space in the garden. I have a lot I want to do. It doesn't mean that I'm going to get it all done. I have a lot of containers to move out of the way, and once I get those 2 other garden beds, I'll have actual garden beds to plant more things, but I may not get those to the end of the week. So we shall see. Let's see what I'll get done, and let me show you what the garden looks like right now. That's what the garden looks like. I'll let you see the finished results of what I can possibly get done today. Okay, I'll be back with you. I was actually able to pull those trellises right out. I have a nail gun and I had nailed them in, but look, I was able to pull them right out because this wood is actually getting old. Eventually we'll be replacing all of these garden beds with some type of metal garden bed, because the way it rains and snows out here, these are just deteriorating. So that took about 5 minutes, thank goodness. Now let's go on the grub hunt. Okay, I'm back for a quick second. I had to stop and my mom had to follow me to the nearest Firestone. They had to order tires for my car, so I had to take my car back. But now I'm back, let me show you. So I mixed together blood meal, bone meal, I grinded up eggshells, and worm castings. And this is what I'm going to add. This mixture of amendments is what I'm going to add to the garden beds. Usually lug all the bags out. It took me 2 years of common sense to figure out, why don't you just pre-mix it, and then when you clean out the garden beds and add the soil, you can just throw some of it in there. So that's what I'm going to do. I mixed it all together, and as I'm doing the garden beds, mixing them in, I'm going to add the amendments to it. So let me get back to the garden bed. So far, let me show you. I've cleaned out two. This one and this one is free of grubs. I was starting on this one when Firestone called. So then I got to get to those two. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Okay, let me get back to work. Okay, I'm done for today. I did what I could. Fed the chicks. You'll hear a lot of noise because the kids are being picked up from school. There is a junior high. Ooh, sorry, I almost dropped my phone behind me. Yeah, it's 3:09. So they're picking up their kids. Anyway, let me show you what I've done. Okay, so I planted cabbage here. Two types of cabbage, a flat Dutch and a stonehead. The reason why I covered up the cabbage is because the seeds are really small and they're not going to germinate probably for about 10 days. And when it starts raining, I don't want the seeds to be displaced in the soil. So I covered it up with floating row cover. This year, I planted my beets and carrots separately. I planted beets right here. I planted golden beets, sugar beets. I always forget the name of the one that's striped red and white, and bull's red blood, all here. Then I took some more soil and just laid it on top. You may be asking why I did not cover the beets. Beet seeds are a lot heavier than cabbage. And each seed probably has about 5 little seeds in them. So I believe the beet seeds are going to stick. I'm not too concerned about them, and the rain's not going to come to Wednesday, so they should be settled in a little bit by then. Over here, I planted my onions. I always plant red, white, and brown onions. I plant them all through the garden bed. And as you can see, I plant the bulbs and I have the top sticking up. Over here, I planted garlic, California softneck, a Transylvania softneck, and then an elephant ear. So they're planted all through this garden bed. And then finally over here, we have the carrots. I planted Devers half and a Tender Sweets carrots. When you plant carrots, you always cover them up. Some people use cardboard, some people use newspaper. I like using floating roll cover. Why? Because when you water them, you don't have to pull up the paper or the cardboard to water them. You also want to cover up carrots, number 1, because it helps them germinate. Number 2, you cover them up until they germinate and they start peeking out, because you don't want to have any carrot gnats eating at the carrot seeds. So these are the carrots. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 garden beds. I am pooped. The chicks knocked over their food, so I had to quickly go in there and fill up their food and do other stuff. I got 2 eggs today. I still haven't found that other egg. But I am tired. I still have a couple of more garden beds to do, but they will not get done today. Maybe I can do them tomorrow. I don't know if I'll have time. But I was hoping Firestone would call me because my mother can't drive at night. So it's now 3 o'clock. If they call now, I can go get the car and she can drive back home real quickly. You can tell my eyes are tired and puffy. I need to go take some medicine. Yeah, like I was saying, if they call now, we could go get the car and be done with it. But if they call at 4 o'clock, it's going to be too late, so we'll have to make some time to go pick up my car tomorrow. So that is it. I will be trying to do a recall video sometime this week. I'm just probably at the end of the week. I'm just really exhausted right now. But I'm going to end this video like I always find peace within yourself, and please be peaceable with everyone. I love you all. Please stay safe. Have a good evening. Bye. Hello everyone. I am picking up my car as soon as I stopped videotaping my gardening Firestone call. They will pick up my car, so I'm very happy about that. Making sure everything's in my purse. So my mother has drove off home. I wanted to make sure she got home safely. It's now 3:51, and yeah, so I got new windshield wipers, I got new front brakes, I shaved the rotors, and new tires. I made sure before, stops on a dime. I made sure before I contacted Firestone, because I hadn't used them since September of last year, to make sure that I still had a good amount of money on my card, and they didn't close the card. And yeah, so yay, I am on my way home. That is it for today. I am happy. My eyes are still red. Even the Firestone guy says, you look really tired, and I said, I am really tired. So I'm gonna say it again. Please find peace within yourself, and please be peaceable with everyone around you. I love you all. I got my car. I'm so happy. Stay safe. I love you all.